Hey, y'all know what I got? I got my new sniper light feeder light in, Exterminator 2. I'm in the dark, just got out here, and I'm going to put it up in the dark. Guys, this thing is packaged incredibly. There's not going to be any damage in shipping with this thing. I apologize for the dark, but this is when I'm doing it. Coming in a big old box, taped shut. Box of solar panel. Massive, massive solar panel, guys. And then the box with all the electronics. Boom, right there. There's my parts. Everything incredible. That's solid foam, guys. This thing's not gonna get any kind of shipping damage. Those lights, I gotta get everything put together. And we're gonna put it up on the corner of the blind. So I'm gonna set it up for two different feeders. One at about 30, 40 yards. The other one about 130, 140 away. Alright guys, so when you get your box unboxed, you have all your controls and everything inside, your setups. You can see wires are pretty plainly marked, battery and such. Your battery's back here behind it. Remote control with a battery. My U-bolts, my support for the solar panel, and the solar panel. Guys, this thing's a monster. Look at that. Oh. So, let's start assembly here. One thing I can do is this cable, the yellow piece, I'm going to untangle it real quick and screw it together right here. It only takes a moment. Not much to it at all. You don't want to go too tight, just get it down hand tight. It's just to hold your cable, protect your wires. It's very simple. And I know I'm doing this in the dark, guys, and I apologize, but I recommend that you start with your top U-bolt first. It's just a little bit easier to get to because you can set your parts on the top here. I also took the battery out of this just so I didn't have to deal with that weight, and that's pretty simple too. You just move the panel inside and take the battery out. The wires are hooked up top, so you just got to make sure you put it back together, those wires in the same spot. And I have a pretty small pipe here, and I believe this is going to tighten down no problem at all on it. Find out in a moment. Put a washer, and then a lock washer, and then a nut. Once again, I apologize doing this in the dark. These nuts are a 13 millimeter or a 1/2 inch, whichever you prefer. I just happen to have a 1/2 inch with me, even though I run millimeter on my truck. But you don't want to over tighten these guys. If you over tighten it and crack the housing, you will void your warranty. So right now I'm just still mounting the box. It'll be done in just a moment. Beautiful full moon out tonight, guys. Look at that. Ooh. Alright, so I have my post up, my box. I'm going to put my lights on next. You get 3 of them. 3 different adjustments. Pretty self-explanatory. They screw in place, guys. Little screw disc right here. Now to get this to screw, you have to unscrew your adjustment over here. Once it gets down there, the collar will slip loose and tighten it up real good. And your wire plugs in behind it. And as you can see, this thing's fully adjustable any which way you might want it. And tightens up. Extremely, extremely effective. I love these lights. Little lock washer goes in here too. And that other light's blinking because the battery's starting to go dead. They go dead a lot faster than they advertise, but it's not a sniper hog light. Hog lights stay and work just like they tell you. What an annoying little light. Not this one, the one that's showing you guys what I'm doing. cannot believe the battery's dead in it already. Tighten that up so you can get your lock washer tightened down. Adjust it, you adjust it wherever you want. And plug her in, plug her in. Ooh, getting close, guys. Okay, so the solar panel is fairly easy. It has a hole here, and there's a bolt with an Allen wrench that's going to go through it, and that support up top, couple washers, lock washer, nut, tighten it down. That's the one we tightened up earlier. This one will go to the box. And that other light I got's going dead, so it'll probably go dead trying to put this up. Put one washer over your bolt before you put it up, guys. Pretty simple deal right there. I need my washer and the lock washer and the nut on there. Okay, so my panel's up and I've got it aiming pretty much south. I'll have to adjust that daytime sometime. Now I got to put my battery back in and hook this cable in to plug it up. You don't want to just drop this thing down. It has delicate wires down here on the bottom, guys. So be very careful with it. You want it to be supported. You don't want it just hanging around. You don't want to damage those wires. So I'm actually, just to set this up for a second, I'm using the lights underneath to support this panel so there's no stress on those wires. Void your warranty, you mess it up. There's a clip up top here you want to use for your wires. This will help hold everything in. Put your wire up above that. That's how it comes shipped. Alright, battery wire. I'm going to drape it up over the top. Take my panel back up in here. Make sure my wires are back out of the way. Alright. And another light's officially dead again. So now, this piece is going to come in through the side up top. And screw it down. Almost thinking I'm hearing hogs. Not marked for battery, then they go together. Simple as that. Plug back in the back. Now, before I hook my battery wire up, I'm going to go read the directions, guys, so I can find out about my programming. Be back in a minute. Alright guys, so once again I'm setting this up at night, so when I plug my battery light in I should get an indicator for solar charger working, but it's night so my solar charger isn't going to indicate. I have to check that later. So when you hook this up, you need to make sure your switch is on off up here. Turn it to off, solar charger is plugged in. Notice my battery is not hooked up yet, so everything's off. And now I can hook this up, and if it was daytime I'd get an indicator light telling me that I have a solar setting going. Now when you can see the battery's good. We have a little battery light up here. See a little battery light. And this is your indicator window. Now it came on and it blinked 0 just a minute ago, and 0's factory setting. This is what it's set for from dusk until dawn, and I'm going to keep factory settings. But you can reset it and adjust it as you please. So there's your setup button. Read your directions. This is also recommended to be set on medium. Alright guys, I put the setting on 6 point or 6 dot. And that's the test setting, so I know everything's working. It's just because I'm setting it up at dark, this thing won't click right on. I can use the remote to operate it, and everything will be good tomorrow. So I'm going to get these lights adjusted out and see how they shine on the feeders. Y'all see that spot of red light way down there? That's about 130 to 140 yards away. And that is the feeder. I don't know if the camera's going to show it very well zooming in, but probably not. But there's an incredible amount of light down there, guys. An incredible amount of light. I mean, you could see that on camera at 140. It's just my camera will not focus at that distance. So let's look at the up close feeder. There's a feeder that's up close right here, because I can make it a more direct beam. Adjust it in really sharp. Now you can see how bright it gets. It's about 40 to 50 yards away right there. Sniper hog lights, get you one. Before I leave tonight though, I got to reset that to 0, so tomorrow everything will kick on and come in right. I'm headed out, guys. I could smell hogs, but I didn't see them. Super spooky hogs. I just figured I'd pull up near the feeder, and this is from about 10 yards away, just to give you guys an idea a little bit better of how much light is shining on these. It's really hard to convey using a camera, but you could easily be able to see hogs on this thing at night. No problem. Same thing with this feeder, guys. You can see that light in my mirror way back there behind us, 140 yards back. You can read that sticker from lights that are 140 yards away. See that? Pitch black dark. So that'll give you a little bit better idea, but I'm telling you, it's lit up. See, everything's reflecting. It's a branch in front of that light. We're actually about 300 yards this side of the light, and that's just flickering because of the branch in there. But you can see how much light's on the ground up back there. For some reason I can see a lot better with a camera from here, and we're a long ways away from that light. Can't quite clear the branches. It's awesome. Get it set up.